Look, up in the sky. It's a bird? No, 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 that's a plane. No, not even that. It's an eloquent pickle video.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
So, my hopes for Superman. Well, first, I want to explain what I'm expecting and rooting for when it comes to the themes and the tone. Superman should be bright and hopeful, and it can have its moments of darkness, both tonally and visually, but there's a reason that his costume is the colors that it is, that the sun is at his back. It's that he's a beacon, a ray of hope shining into the world that he was sent to so that he can help them and inspire them to be a better tomorrow. Because that's what he is, a symbol of hope and the man of tomorrow. I think one of my favorite examples of this is All Star Superman, which Gunn reportedly looked to for inspiration, and I'm very hopeful about that. I even own the book. It is bright and it is hopeful, and it has its moments of darkness and fear and seeming defeat, but in spite of all of that, Superman wins. And on that note of, Superman winning despite those things, make it campy. What I've seen about the actors pushing for comic accurate costumes is so encouraging. They care, Gunn cares, so make the movie care. But make it a bit silly if it means feeling like the comic book movie that it is and ought to be. Trunks are good, bowl cut are good. All right, the characters. This is a big one, both in scope and in importance. Obviously, a lot of what I just said goes for the characterization of the Boy Scout himself, but along with that, keep the good old farm boy that's in him. Keep that Midwestern kindness and hospitality mixed with the rich morals and care that his adoptive parents imbued him with. Make him excited and buzzing to be a hero and to help people. Now, Lex is arguably more important to me, and that's because it's been a while since I think we've had a really good one in live action. And I think Smallville would be as far back as I would go to say this is the last good one that we had. So make him intelligent and make him cold and calculating, make him vindictive and spiteful and petty and clearly evil. Nicholas Holt has the chops to pull all of that off and more. So let me see that man just aura farm with his little egg head. Lois. This feels fairly straightforward. She is a capable, driven, and smart, intelligent character who, in a world of super beings and aliens, is operating to just give the truth to the people that need to hear it and do what she can, do her part for the greater good. And I think that that really is base level for giving us a good and accurate Lois Lane. But on top of that, there is always that question of should she know Superman's identity? And I don't know where I stand on that. But either way, make it fit. If she does figure it out, it's out of capability, but it shouldn't be a moment of incapability for Superman. And if it's told to her, it's not that she was too dumb to figure it out, it's just that it was that well kept. Jimmy! Make him fun. Make him excited about it all, skilled at his craft, close with Clark and Lois, and make him personable. He's not just a wide eyed sidekick, but somebody with some depth and enjoyable moments that flesh out someone with an incredibly rich and unique background in the world of comic books. If you're not familiar, go read Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. You are not ready for the stuff that happens. There's also the side characters that I know a bit less about or have a bit less investment in that reside at the planet. Cat Grant, I'm just hoping for that good diva type that I'm familiar with, but not a flat caricature. Depth is always a bonus with characters that our main lead is interacting with. I'm intrigued by the fact that they cast Beck Bennett, and I'm fairly excited to see what he does with the character. But at the end of the day, I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping for that alpha male guy that lives to tease Clark and chase after Lois because it was good. Perry White, First off, he's not J. Jonah Jameson. He is unique and he is invested and he is driven and he is a hard tackle man, but there is a way in which he goes about showing the respect he has for his workers that's not the same as Jameson. They are different, they are unique, and I don't want to feel like I'm just watching somebody trying to be J.K. Simmons in my Superman movie. So give me the suspenders and the cigar, sure, like any good editor, but give me Perry White and this actor's version of him. The Justice People. I'm calling them that because I'm not totally sure what they're called in the movie, but that's what they are. Guy Gardner had better be the most annoying jerk with some of the funniest lines. If you give me that, then you have given me Guy Gardner. I just That's how I'm looking at it. Mr. Terrific, make him smart. Not a smart character written by dumb writers, but an intelligent and capable human in a world of super beings who has no powers himself that is leveling the playing field with technology, and don't let him feel useless. Hawk Girl. Uh, if she's Thanagarian, which I hope she is, and that's my desire, I want her to be that space cop that she is on Thanagar, and the characteristics that come with that hardness, that willingness to do what it takes. And she's very capable as a fighter, as a tactician, and working with other people. The parents. Now, this is actually really, really important to me. Because, first off, I'm not talking about Jor-El and the Kryptonians. In fact, I'm willing to give them a back seat in this whole movie. We've seen it plenty. So instead, just do the human parents right, please. Martha is sweet and is caring. She raised the most powerful being on the planet and made him into a big old softy. So show me how she did that. And for Jonathan, this is base level. If you give me Kevin Costner killing himself in a tornado, I'm going to walk out of the theater. The parents of Clark made him value all life to the utmost, and that includes theirs. Even if he would seek to protect Clark and let himself die, the Kents did a good enough job raising Clark that he would go in and save them anyways. Because the parents of Clark are the people that taught him how to care. They made him the human man that he is. And that's what I want to see. The humanity. My final hopes. Just a couple of thoughts that I want to throw in there that I wanted to add in at the end. Make Guy Gardner creative with his ring. And I think this goes for all Green Lanterns, but when I watch Guy Gardner, I want to look at him and say, wow, he knows how to use his ring and he's capable of thinking of unique and visually cool things to see. I want to look at him using his ring and be impressed and be stunned by what I'm seeing on screen. He needs to be doing justice to the most powerful weapon in the universe. Also, lots of crypto. Give me all of the crypto. He looked so good and so cute in the trailer, and I just want more of that. In terms of me being a comic book fan, hints to the greater universe are all good and well, but please, please don't overdo it. Because I want moderation, because I want to be able to enjoy the movie that I came to see with the characters that I was told were going to be there and the story that has been advertised to me, however little I've been choosing to consume it because of spoilers. But I want to watch Superman for the Superman, and I don't want to watch Superman for the, tons of references and hints at everything else. Because I don't want it to take away from the great story that I have confidence that James Gunn was able to put in here. Also, like I loved Crypto in the trailers, please, please, please let Nicholas Hoult just be the most intimidating, aura farming Lex Luthor. Like that scene where he takes off his glasses and the saw blade just flies, like that, just that, please, just that, like that is that, please. um, and I kind of already touched on this, but if a Kent dies, it better be for a good reason with a good outcome that drives Clark. It's not just some stupid tornado that killed Jonathan. You don't do it to hit a quota. You do it because the character of Clark is strengthened and grown by the things that happen to him, and they steal his will and they entrench his morals and they push him to be even better, not for his own sake, but for the sake of the very people that he loves the most and the humans that he wants to protect and save with the powers that he has. On top of that, just bright colors. I want a movie, first off, that I can see. I want to not be watching a Zack Snyder film where it's super dark, or even with Matt Reeves' The Batman, there was a bit of that as well. I want to be able to see what it is I'm watching in my superhero movie, and I think that this will do a good job of it. But it doesn't hurt to manifest it and say it out loud. I know what you guys are probably thinking, which is, oh, this isn't at all the kind of video you were describing in that community post that you made. And that's because the video I was describing in my community post is lost to the ether, and not even Superman could bring that back. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you get instead. I did want to get out that other video, and I'll probably do something like it sometime in the future, but unfortunately, due to some issues with my laptop and the editing software, everything from that video more or less is gone. So I didn't feel like, after already re-recording and rewriting the script 2 or 3 times, doing it again. So I figured I would wait until something like Superman came up and I could crank out a video in just a couple of days. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. I'm actually gonna go see Superman like right now after posting this. So keep an eye out up in the sky. Look up for that post-watch review one of these days.